Hello and welcome. This is Rashid Ahmad. I have recently passed PhD entrance examination in psychology. What happened? When I passed the entrance examination, many of my colleagues and friends asked me for tips on preparing UGC NET and PhD entrance examination. So I thought of starting this series of free lessons for the students who wants to crack UGC NET examination in psychology and entrance examinations of MPhil or PhD in psychology. We will begin this series of lessons with the history of psychology, and today we will discuss the ancient roots of psychology. The history of psychology is mainly divided into two broad eras. One is the ancient roots, which is the era of pre-1879, and another is the emergence of modern and experimental psychology, which is the era of post-1879. Actually, Wilhelm Wundt, a German philosopher and psychologist, is often considered the founder of modern and experimental psychology. In the year 1879, he established the first psychology laboratory at the University of Leipzig, which is actually pronounced as Leipzig. This is being the landmark event. So the history of psychology is often divided into pre-1879 and post-1879 eras. So let's discuss the ancient roots, the era of pre-1879. Ancient philosophers like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle contemplated the nature of the mind, that is soul, and its relation to the body. For Socrates, it is not the heavenly bodies, earth or clouds that were of value, but the universe of the human soul. Plato defined three aspects of the psyche: reason, feeling, and appetite. He also wrote about the duality of the psyche and the relationship between mind and body. Plato considered that mind and body were two separate entities. Plato wrote books like The Republic, The Duality of the Psyche. Aristotle wrote the book De Anima. This was the first book to treat psychology as a systematic philosophy. Aristotle advocated the notions about the separate psyche or the separation of mind and body. In the 17th century, René Descartes also proposed the concept of dualism, suggesting a separation between the mind and body. René Descartes is also known for his concept that the point of interchange between the mind and body is the pineal gland, which he believed was located at the base of the cerebrum. John Locke developed the first completely worked out empirical theory of knowledge and gave the concept of tabula rasa, which means blank slate. The belief that the mind is like a blank slate at birth. On the other hand, Swiss thinker Jean-Jacques Rousseau proposed that the child is born with innate goodness. In the nature and nurture debate of psychology, Socrates, Plato, René Descartes, Jean-Jacques Rousseau believed in nature's supremacy, while Aristotle and John Locke believed in nurture supremacy. Those who believed in nature advocated that people are born with innate knowledge, skills, and abilities that are required to survive in this world. And those who believed in nurture advocated that people are born with a blank mind and everything we learn from the environment. Finally, in 1989, the modern psychology era was begin, when Wilhelm Wundt established the first psychology experimental laboratory at the University of Leipzig in Germany. He focused on experimental methods to study the mental process. So this was a brief discussion on the ancient roots of psychology and the beginning of the modern era of psychology. In our next videos, we will discuss the schools of thought in psychology. Hope you enjoyed this video. Take care.